This is Salamancer. You're watching Sal TV, and we are in the money right now. We're actually watching the camera of money, and this might be a little bit loud, but we are going to be watching an awesome game tonight. Highlander game between Team Player in the blue and Tangerine in the red. Of course, Tangerine, kind of some crowd favorites. They've got some absolutely amazing players. This is Frank West, Fashion Disaster Chicken Tender, as he is aliasing right now. And of course, aliasing is funny, but it always makes me a little upset that I don't know who's who. Puff, on Team Player, actually, not on Tangerine, but Puff is, of course, one of the crowd favorites. He is awesome. He's an awesome guy. He's super nice. Everybody loves him. Fun to play with. We, of course, have Dashner, who has played heavy in ages past. He is now playing Engineer for Tangerine, but he has a great time with them and actually does a little bit of calling. We got Downpour on the Scout, who has been playing, in Runaway 5, R5, quite a little bit, ESCA. In fact, Tangerine has had a lot of ESCA players on them for quite a while, but here's maybe the star of the show here, Huey Lewis on the Pyro, and he's hanging out right now with the standard Gravelpit B-point defense that you can see back over here. The Overseer, the medic, doing her little standard medic dance. And of course, DJC, the man who knows everything about TF2 in his beautiful pink loadout on the Heavy Weapons Guy. We actually just talked about the Heavy Weapons Guy on our podcast. You can check that out with me and Seabear and DJC and Rusky Do. It was probably the best podcast we've done yet. It was really awesome. So you should tune in and you should check it out and have fun and enjoy yourself. Cadis! Totally forgot Cadis was here, but he's here too on Tangerine. He is European. He is playing from England, I want to say, or at least one of those British Isle type places. And of course, A is going to get capped rather quickly. But yes, Cadis is playing on the team as well. He is the European Wonder Demo. Of course, he's, some people might argue that maybe he's not as consistent as I want to say Gear. Is Gear the Epsilon Demo Man? But whatever. Now we're watching Frank West cam, and he sees everything that's going on from the blue team right now. He knows that the Engineer is coming out here trying to pack up and put a sentry up on point C, which is a little bit interesting. Team Player not going to be the favorites to win here. Tangerine definitely has some of the better players, but you never know. It might just be possible for things to happen a little weirdly. And we have the Overseer getting a little bit of pressure on her at the moment, but not a lot. That sentry gun is still at level 3, full health, going to keep the bombers away. And so is Huey Lewis, actually. He's going to be wrecking people. And so we could be settling in here for quite a long defense of point B. You do see 7 minutes and 13 seconds left on the clock. If their opponents cannot cap B in that time, that's actually really, really good for Tangerine. We'll find out, though. Cadis is going to start doing some typical spam over that pipe, although he missed the last one. And it sounds like Frank West is taking out Pablo San Lucas. He knew exactly what was happening there. Paradox getting taken down, though. Spawn camp just a little bit. Scarlet wants to grab some health. Point B getting the cap started on it right now, but Scarlet, from the Runaway 5 originally, has decided to pop that buff banner. We have a horny soldier, ladies and gentlemen, already popping the banner. Although it looks like the Overseer did pop the Uber, I think Jabber did as well, and Overseer stayed alive, so she's going to be quite satisfied with that play. As long as she can continue the streak here, things should be looking up for Tangerine, because they'll still have the Uber advantage on defense. You don't want to have a disadvantage on defense, I'll tell you that. Yeah, things are looking good at the moment. Now, Jabber is going to start following his team out here. I don't think I want to see him jump down, but he is going to. They're going to make a play for this. This is actually really not intelligent. I don't know how else to say it, but Jabber just walked down there with a Pyro and Demo, nothing else. Paradox is out sniping right now. There is a spy. Jabber has turned his back to this spy, although he is watching for the bomber, which is good, and somehow he has managed to stay alive and stay out of there, but I really don't think he needed to be walking down at that point. Did not need to be on the ground there. Could have been healing in spawn. Perfectly safe. Now he is leaving his Demo Man, and he's got nobody to heal. There you go, finally catching with the Pyro. I'm being a little critical here, of course, but it's not what you would see in 66, so nah. Monochromatic Bunny, though, taking the heals, getting ready to push around to the right-hand side, maybe, although wants to keep the med safe from spies and everything else. Pyro versus Scout, not an easy battle for the Pyro to win, but at least Monochromatic will get away. And it looks like Cadis and Huey Lewis are both down. John Milter doing some good damage, as is Money. Money! Okay, we're done with the Pink Floyd for now, but there will be more later, I'm sure. If you're a Pink Floyd fan, I need you to like this video right now. I don't care what your preferences are. I don't care if you want Google to not know about your advertising needs or whatever. I don't care about all your crap. If you like Pink Floyd, you press the like button, or else you're dead to me. It does look like Puff was trying to jump out there and do some damage here, but nobody's even getting close to the Overseer right now. Monochromatic Bunny taken down by a nice little body shot from Paradox. So far, Tangerine is just completely destroying. Now, the thing is, Jay Beneducci here, who is quite an excellent player, actually, plays in a lot of pickup games. I don't think he's been on too many 6v6 teams recently, although he probably has, and I just haven't noticed, but I want to find him. Jay Beneducci has gotten a nice headshot there on Paradox. Going to keep that sniper down for a little while, but not really finding anybody else to kill at the moment. And of course, the red team knows there's a sniper out there. They've prepared for this. And of course, you always prepare for that in a Highlander situation. Jay is getting a little bit close to the enemies, though, and he does do some good damage. Paradox gets a nice kill on Pablo. Meanwhile, the engineer making some plays once again. Dashner very low on health. Jay trying to go for that kill, not quite able to get the shots yet, and somehow manages to whiff it, hit the sentry gun instead, which still had the shield on. Now, we do see the Uber just finishing up, and you got to watch out for this demo man who's coming in with the Caber. Going to go for the Caber kill. Can he get it? Not yet, he can't. And no, sir, Jabber is going to take down Cadis. Cadis probably suffering from lag just a little bit there, but you know Cadis, he loves to make silly plays. Jay is somehow still alive. I have no clue why that is the case, but Point B is starting to get a little bit of capture time on it. They're putting down some time. The thing is, they can still come up here and stop us anytime. Tangerine can, that is. Well, maybe not. Actually, Jay Beneducci starting to cover the right-hand side. There is an Uber coming out right now to try and defend this. What the blue team needs to do, though, team player, they need to get a couple players sitting right up here to stop a big push. I guess it doesn't matter too much. They are going to be okay. And there you go. The players are ready to go. 5:35 for the first 2 points isn't terrible. It's not great. And Tangerine look like they're still feeling pretty solid about this. Huey Lewis trying to do some damage here. Not able to hit the flares just yet. Not quite the Bloodsire flares, are they, Huey Lewis? Oh, it's okay. We all still love you anyway. Huey, of course, has been on the podcast as well. Fully charged every Wednesday at 7 p.m. U.S. Central. Did I just do that? I think I just did that. Yes, Huey Lewis has been on the podcast. He talked all about the Pyro. It was a fun time, and he is a wonderful person to play with. So if you ever get the chance to play with or against Huey Lewis in a pub or whatever you can, do it. He streams all the time, too, I'm pretty sure. I think he still streams. Maybe not quite as much as Stabby. Stabby is still like the world's most prolific TF2 streamer, which is awesome. And it seems like there is somebody up on point C right now. It is a demo man, and this demo man is going to be in a little bit of trouble as there is a Pyro right there on top of him. Not a lot demos can really do against Pyros. I'm going to say that right now. DJC taking most of this Uber, and he is going to rain down heavy weapons guy bullet death on his opponents. Sounds like Paradox getting a couple of nice kills. Scotch is down. Now, of course, the Sentry and Teleporter down too. Ricky Maru doing a very good job on the Spy. Still not dead yet. Finally, Scarlet, I think, takes him down. But that was a nice set of destructions by Ricky. And, oh no, I was going to say the Sentry went down again, but actually that was an offensive Sentry gun. And there goes Pablo. He's trying, but he's actually by himself there. And, you know, being by yourself in a Highlander situation is almost never a good idea. So, what can Team Player do against Tangerine? Well, this is one thing they can do, run the Kritzkrieg. However, their opponents do still have a big Uber advantage, and that is one of the benefits of having a medic with lots and lots of 6v6 experience. The Overseer has played several seasons of ESCA Open. She might have been on an intermediate team, but I don't recall right now. But when you've got a medic like the Overseer, it makes all the difference, because the Overseer doesn't die. It's absolutely ridiculous. I have played pickup games against her, and she literally just, like, whenever you try to shoot at her, she's already gone. Jay Beneducci get a nice kill on Paradox, so that means there's going to be less sniping power coming out of the red team. However, there's still a lot of spam coming through these doors, and it is preventing most of the team from moving in to attack the last point. You don't want to take a lot of spam and then walk in and be the only one, like, still alive to push. It just doesn't work very well. Oh, Ricky Maru just took a hit, but I don't think that soldier actually realized he didn't get a hit ding out of it. That's the thing, because Ricky was disguised, and you don't get a ding when you hit a disguised spy unless the spy dies, in which case it actually does give it to you. So, Ricky somehow managed to evade detection there. And will be undisguising right here, using this spy. Sicko wants to go up here and find something to kill. And we'll get a nice little sidestab on Scarlet, going for some saps as well, and now starting to try getting the capture. He's going to pull some people up here, and he realizes that he actually decides to come back behind DJC. A nice kill! Ricky Maru causing single-handedly his team to get a nice little time there of 8:38. I like that play. Ricky, you are beasting it up on the Spy right now. Very good play from the Spy. So that brings our first timer to 8:38, and that means that Tangerine have 8 minutes and 38 seconds to capture all 3 of those points. That's not a bad time. It's not a bad time, but it's certainly not 1 minute and 30 seconds. minute and 30 would be really good. So we're going to see whether Tangerine can actually overcome. I think they should be able to. But it may not be the total role that I was actually expecting out of these teams. We'll see how big the try-hard pants are that Tangerine is about to put on. And if that sentence was kind of a garden path sentence, well, you know, you'll just have to deal with it. Because I have never been very good about that. I made run-on sentences since I was in like high school. My teachers never even like, well, junior high really, ever since I was like started writing, and my teachers never really called me out on it. Maybe once or twice they were just like, this is a run-on sentence, but like the entire paper was full of run-on sentences and they only like picked one, and I was like, oh well, the rest must be okay. So clearly I have formed very bad writing and speaking habits. That was all one sentence. There was no period in any of that. People actually in the stream chat are asking, and yes, this is totally live that I'm casting this. Of course, by the time it goes on YouTube, it won't be live anymore, but it's live right now. And so we do have Tangerine making the typical standard awesome play of getting on point A right away. And it looks like since money's up here, we're probably not going to have any kind of an ambush play. Sometimes you will see a soldier get up here on the roof, like right in this little corner, because you can actually get on this lip and jump down and kill people, but that's not going to happen this time around. Tangerine's going to take it standard. Oh my god, Kitus! What on earth? How did he just get in there? That is ridiculous. What? I wish I could rewind right now, but I can't. Cadus somehow managed to avoid the sentry for just long enough. He probably got up on the roof, jumped down, cabered Jabber, and so that means a huge Uber advantage for the Runaway 5. They're already pushing in with this. Oh, that is so bad for team player. Cadus is ridiculous. He is utterly ridiculous. Now, Scotch is in an interesting position. He could have done some damage there, but no, it looks like all of his team is going to die. Ricky Mario, one of the last people remaining for the team. I think Jay Beneducci just spawned. Money, 13 health left. Not even sure where he is. May still be going for some damage, but Ricky's in a little bit of trouble here by himself. Does finally manage to find the hiding spot under the stairs that he needed. And people are telling me that Cadus' YouTube channel is hilarious. I believe it. I believe it 100%. Because Cadus is hilarious. I met him in I-46 in person, and he has a brand of humor all his own. He's awesome. He really is. If you haven't watched the Pirate Radio podcast, by the way, he's on that. So as long as I'm advertising all kinds of things you should watch today, the Pirate Radio podcast, him and Greg, and I think Commander X. I don't even know who that is actually. I never met the guy, but I definitely met Greg, definitely met Cadus, and they're awesome. And Jay Beneducci finds Paradox. So it's all down to the defense on the third point, because already Tangerine have capped the first 2 points in like record time. Not record, actually this is totally not record time. Because under a minute would be record time. They would have had to cast both at the same time. But they have capped in a very good time. They're pushing him with Uber right now. Jabber is nowhere close. He's at 82%. He did manage to get back into the spawn and get health up. So 150 health left for Jabber. He could get the Uber up pretty soon. Sounds like the attack is faltering a little bit here for Tangerine. They lose their heavy weapons guy. A lot of players dying up here. Huey Lewis walks up, but he is actually getting an Uber against him. He manages to blast people off, though. Very little health left, and he will get taken out by Puff. Puff knows how to play this. However, Dashner's up here going huge right now with the Wrangled Mini Sentry, doing a lot of damage. Puff still killing people up on that point, though, and Puff is going to be all they need right now to keep the point defended. Look at that! Puff killing Cadus like it's no problem at all, and that's the thing. When you've got a Demo Man, he can be sitting anywhere, and he can lay down so much damage on that point, but even Puff may not be enough to stop this push right now. There are a couple of good players up here, though. Monochromatic Bunny, the Pyro, 16 health left. He does die, and that is probably going to be round one. Tangerine capping it. A little bit of a defense put up there by team player, but not quite enough. It was a really good round for Tangerine, what can I say? And we're going into the second round now for Pablo San Lucas. And this time around, of course, it is going to be defense first for team player. They need to mount a more successful defense than they did that first time around. Is that crits? No, it is not. Okay, good. And I say good because crits on defense doesn't usually work out too well. There are certain situations, like on payload maps, where a crits can really surprise the enemy, but even a surprise crits, it doesn't do a heck of a lot. You might be able to kill the medic once, but then the enemy team comes right back and they realize, oh well, they can't possibly go invulnerable, so we can get the kills as long as we're aggressive. So crits Krieg, not good. It's not. So don't use it. on defense. On offense, it's great. But you see Ricky Maru going for the huge plays once again, or maybe just going for the... Jay Beneducci going for the kills. Not quite getting him. But Ricky is going to go for at least finding a lot of information here. Doesn't see the enemy med yet. Does see the heavy. Gotta be careful about not getting... Oh, you're kidding me. Didn't hear that at all. Okay, well, Ricky just got away with a nice kill there. Going to probably redisguise here in a minute. There you go. We'll get that disguise going. And that the heavy statue is actually like stuck in midair. There you go. Finally figured it out. It's like, oh yeah, gravity. Work on that. Nice headshot there on Huey Lewis. Was that Huey Lewis or was it Paradox? It was somebody over there took a headshot. And that is going to be Jay Beneducci coming and getting the kill on Fashion Disaster. Now, point A is probably going to get capped here pretty soon. But it was delayed for a little bit there, and a good delay it was by the aggression from the spy. Ricky Maru doing some good damage, and still able to spot the enemies and tell exactly where they're going. He sees the teleporter over there, he sees what they're doing, so he knows there's a lot of potential for the enemy to come in through point A. Jay going for the kill on the engineer, not able to get it. Oh, there you go. Dashner deciding to eat the bullet after all. Jay Beneducci still a sick sniper. Pretty sick at everything, actually. Pretty good at every class. And the attack's coming in now from Tangerine. Looks like Fashion Disaster has killed Scotch. The heavy's down. The spy is down as well. So now Jabber is going to have to pop this Uber. Unlike last time where Cadis actually got the Caber kill, this time around he will not, unless something crazy happens here. Uber is ready to pop pretty soon. Should pop it now. There you go. Both teams do pop the Uber right away, and that is going to stop or delay the cap on point B for a little while. Jabber doing a little good, a good little body block there for a bit. But I don't think it's quite enough. Tangerine still have almost all their players up. They killed Jay Beneducci, so no sniping for the moment from the red team. DJC doing a lot of damage to the med, and the med will get taken out. Scarlet adding damage as well, and that is a bad thing for team player, as the point here will almost certainly get captured. Tangerine, a very good team. They know that their opponents are desperate. And what you're going to see here... Oh, nice little sandwich play by DJC. The sandwich micro. You are going to see, I think... Tangerine starting to push onto last as soon as possible. Already the point is about halfway captured. Of course, you can actually tell by the side of the arrow, not the top of the arrow. The top of the arrow doesn't matter at all. It's the sides. Once the sides get up there, you're good. But yeah, you see them already standing up here in the very standard position, trying to block off anybody from getting in to the point. And DJC is using the steel fists, which is actually getting pretty standard now. The GRU at this point, as I have been told, the mini crits are just too much of a debuff in these kind of situations. Uber is in. DJC trying to kill this sentry and not able to do it. Come on, DJC. You gotta get this kill. He can't do it. He has to back away. So that sentry stayed alive somehow. Very good play by Pablo, who is apparently an extremely good engineer. Thing is, there's still a lot of players up here for Tangerine, and nobody's going to be able to stop him from capping unless somebody can get the kill right now, and they can't. So despite the good play from Pablo, he's probably feeling a little upset there because he's like, I kept the sentry alive, and nobody else was able to stay up with my team. So that does mean a very good time once again from Tangerine. Gets set 3 minutes and 4 seconds. And Cadis has taken a very fast jump here. He wants to get there, I think, before his enemies realize he's there. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. He's Cadis. He can do whatever he wants. He might just go for like some kind of a caber ambush, but first he's going to go for a pretty standard 6v6 sticky trap. Puff, of course, saying this is all planned. They're lulling him into a false sense of security. That does sound like Puff. Wow, Cadis is really getting... really meticulous about this. You see, he's making absolutely sure he gets these stickies as low to the ground as possible. He does not want them to be spotted. These he's okay with being spotted. He wants people to see the ones up top. He doesn't want them to see the ones down on bottom. And now he's taking a just taking a regular grenade jump to get away there. Of course, if he did a sticky jump, he would have detonated all of his stickies. That would have been bad. But yeah, that is a cute little trap, and it may end up working just because everybody's going to see the ones up there and try to avoid those and step away from them and step right into these. We will find out. People asking if they can play 2 Fort now, which is cute. I would love to see that. But every little bit of seconds they can get delayed here helps. Downpour gets a kill on Scotch right away. Scotchy, Scotch. And there you go. The Tricky Sticky Trap does take down John Milter. He was not able to see those. And, of course, here comes the rest of the team. They will stack this point as fast as possible, get the capture. But nobody's coming in after the Overseer right now. The Overseer. Not just Overseer, but the only Overseer in existence in Team Fortress 2. The Overseer. Enough of my idiocy. Team player is not doing a standard suicide play. So they are very much counting on a full attack. with Jabber included, I'm pretty sure. Yes, Jabber's coming around through point C right now, and they've got a full level 3 sentry at point C. So if this attack on point B works, they are in a very good position to win this round. We'll see what happens, though. They've got to pop the super right away. They've got to get through here and take down the enemy sentry immediately. Already, though, they lose money. They've got to get the kills. The Uber is out right now, and Jabber is not really able to do a lot with this. They're getting air blasted away. Jabber having to retreat. This could spell doom, I think, for team player, as Jabber's taking a lot of damage. Got lit on fire for a little bit there. Puff trying to deal some damage to the enemy sentry now, but it is still wrangled. He's not able to get the kill. And a nice little sidestab from Fashion Disaster will take him down. So there's not a lot of players left alive for team player. Pablo San Lucas wrangling a level 1 right now, but he's having to retreat and avoid the sniper spam and rocket spam coming at him. Pablo's still rebuilding this sentry over here. But even that, it's probably not going to be quite enough, as it is going to get spammed very effectively by Cadis, jumping straight down into it. Ricky Maru going to go for some huge plays, maybe with his bicycle, but actually has to use this cloak and dagger to move around. It's going to be very slow unless he wants to be seen. Not a good thing. Jay's rushing out here, but it's desperation time now. A minute left, and there is no capture time. Dashner actually taking a nice wicked jump from his sentry to get onto the roof. Nobody going to be able to hit him up here very easily unless that spy comes up, but even that's going to get stopped by a nice little wrangle attack from Dashner. And this could be it. Dashner actually killing himself, but it doesn't even matter at this point, because team player, I don't think it's mathematically possible to get these captures fast enough unless they started it right now with everyone. Tangerine looking so solid here, and there is a reason they deserve to be almost at the very top of UGC Platinum. Even then, I'm not sure if they can beat the Syndicate, and I might be able to get their STV demo tonight to get casted. It is in fact only 9:15, so if it's a short game, maybe I could do that one too. Or, you know, even if it's a long game, I guess I can just avoid sleep tonight. Downpour going for the medic kill, but Jabber does get the kill. Nice one. Way to go. But it doesn't even matter anymore, guys. Do hit subscribe to youtube.com/fatmop for more awesome TF2 action. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed. Huey Lewis getting taken out there. But it's Paradox biting the bullet, but it doesn't matter. Team player cannot get point B, and that will be the end of the game. Victory for Tangerine. Congratulations to them. This is one of the last games played of the season in UGC, so that means we are going to go into the playoffs, and these guys are in the playoffs. Tangerine definitely in the playoffs. We'll see. Maybe they can pull an upset against the likes of Bonus Points and the Syndicate, but I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Do you think it can happen? Do you think they could do it? I think I'm going to sit here and record just a little bit longer so we get some anti-spoiler time and make things a little bit more exciting for people who like to move their mouse around a lot while they watch YouTube and look at the slider. So we're just going to sit here and record. Well, while you're here, my stream chat is now telling me that I should write erotic novels. I mean, I could read erotic novels. Probably have a lot of fun with that. I like read them aloud, I mean. Oh, are my cheeks red right now? Ugh.